All right, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to my first ever, well, not my first ever YouTube video. It's actually like my fourth one, but hopefully this is a start to a new YouTube series that I am wanting to do on the weekends. It's going to be a data analytics and data science YouTube channel. So welcome to Tidy with Ty. This is a weekly YouTube channel where I'll be posting content such as projects, how-to tutorials, and also maybe even learning stuff with you guys to hopefully learn along with you guys and make it fun. This is my first time ever doing something like this, and I'm kind of hoping that this not only helps you guys, but also helps me in learning how to explain stuff effectively. Because I recently just started a professional data analytics job, and so I'm wanting to also improve my skills of improving of sharing insights to people that I'm working with or to my bosses and things like that. So yeah, so this is going to be the first project that I'm sharing with y'all. And also just give me ideas on a like whenever in the comments or whatever to give me some ideas on what kind of content I should do. So just leave it down in the comments below. And so for this one, I'm going to be doing a Quarto our document project with y'all. So if y'all don't know what Quarto is, it is basically the newer version of a markdown file. You can either use Python or R. In today's video, I'm going to be using R to create basically a report on a data set that provides insights of what I found. Basically, just doing an exploratory data analysis with y'all and showing the techniques that I'm going to be using. Not only just on this YouTube channel, but it's um, methods that I will actually be using in my job. And so yeah, um, I'm going to be doing this. I'm not going to be explaining exactly like everything that I'm going to be doing because this is not going to be a like a tutorial on how to use R or how to create a Quarto document. This is sort of me just sharing with y'all how I would create a project that I would like share with either at work or just for my personal portfolio. And then at the end, I will share the document on my Posit Cloud. And so yeah, y'all will be able to look at it after I'm done with it. Trying to think of what else I'm forgetting. Um, oh yeah, so let's just go ahead and hop into the video. So if you don't know, if you're not familiar with Positron, it's a new IDE that was made by the creators of or the owners of R Studio and R. Posit, they recently made their own IDE. It's kind of like is a combination of Visual Studio and RStudio. And so with it, you're able to run Notebook. You can do Jupyter Notebooks. You can do RScript, PyScript, and then QMD files, which is the file type for Quarto documents. And so yeah, this is what I'm going to be using as my interface for doing this data analysis. And this is also going to be a long video. I don't expect anyone to watch this long of a video. But it's just if you stick around and watch the entire thing, props to y'all. And hopefully I'm really engaging enough and hopefully it's fun. That's my main goal here is to make this kind of stuff as fun as possible. So let's go ahead and begin and show y'all the data set I'm going to be using. So the data set I'm going to be using, it's actually the most recent data set from Makeover Monday. If you don't know what Makeover Monday is, it's a community that basically they have a new data set that is presented to them on a weekly basis every Monday. And it's very different data set on a week-to-week basis. And people will create visuals that provide insights on the data to make it as clear and effective as possible to get the point across essentially. And majority of people use Tableau, but you're able to use whatever BI tool that you feel most comfortable with. And in my case, I'm not going to be using any. I want to consider R or Quarto a BI tool. But I'm just going to be using the most recent data set from here. So yeah, if you're ever interested in playing a part in Makeover Monday, I might also do some videos where I make my viz using Tableau for a given week, but for this week I am just going to be using the data set. So I'm just going to be showing you all the data set. It's this UFO sightings one. So it is observations. So each row is an observation of a UFO sighting. It will show like what state it was in, date, time, what they saw, um, and then like the shape of it, duration, things like that. So I already have it downloaded. I'm just going to go ahead and close out of this. I have it downloaded in my folder already here. So let's go ahead and make an R file. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna make a Quarto document yet. I'm just going to be playing around in an R script to kind of get a feel of the data. I haven't really explored it as much as I should have before making this video, so I kind of wanted to keep it as authentic as possible. I've seen visuals that people have made for Makeover Monday, so I kind of get an idea of what the data is showing. So hopefully I'm able to find the same stuff that other people have found. So I'm going ahead and just get my libraries in here. Like you already know, we need dplyr. Let's just go ahead and start off with that, and let's start off with ggplot. Even though I'm probably not going to be plotting anything just yet. Let's start off with those two. Okay, now we're going to read in my data. So let's just call it data frame. Okay, let's load this bad boy in here. Okay, and now that's not what I want to do. How do I? There's a way I'm able to get the data open on the side. I forgot. I'm kind of new to Positron. So there is a way where you can like, how do I get it open? That's not what I want to do. No. Bear with me, guys. This is gonna be a long video. I'll probably edit this out or something. What the heck, dude? What the heck, bruh? Is it because it's a different? Let's try Quarto document or something. It's still not showing. Oh, ho, we got it. I think I figured it out, y'all. Get rid of that. There we go. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and open up the data. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and close this out first. So we have the posted. That I guess that's just when the submission was sent. We got the date. That's probably the date of the sighting. We have a time column. That's kind of cool. We can do some stuff with that. Time of day aggregations. The city, state, we got the shape, meaning what shape of UFO they saw. Duration. Looks like that's just like a comment section, a summary column. Maybe I'm not gonna do a whole lot because I want to keep this video like, I don't want, if I do stuff with every single little column in here, it's gonna be a 5-hour YouTube video. So I don't want to do that to y'all. We can split it up. Oh, latitude and longitude, that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll use that. I'll use those variables for this video. And then a population. So what I'm thinking that we can do is an image link. I'm not going to use image link. We'll use the latitude, longitude to get an insight of like place like locations in the US to see kind of if there's any trend of where sightings are seen of UFOs in certain states or like near water or something. And then I don't know what the population's vague. Is that a I'm not really too sure if that's a city population or if that's a state population. Let's look more into. Okay, it's probably a city population because I don't think there's. Yeah, 9,000. What's Yeah, New Jersey doesn't have a population of just 9,000. So it's a city population. So maybe what we can do is see if there's any correlation between cities and their populations with the number of sightings. So what we can do is we can do we can filter down the data, or we can group by state. And what we can do is we can do an aggregation of total sightings in the data set from each state, and then we can just do just a very, very simple correlation. I won't do anything deeper in that, just because we're just creating a Quarto document to see if there's a trend with population and number of sightings for that state or city. Sorry, I think that'd be a cool thing. We can like plot it in a scatter plot. So yeah, um, okay, let's start doing stuff now. Enough. Okay, I'm trying to think of what I should do now. I think I have two libraries that I can use. Let's use. I'm gonna do a geographic map first. Okay, so let's do map, and then we're going to do. I think it's called SF. With these two, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a plot of the US, and I'm going to see, I'm going to kind of make a like density plot showing where, like just an overlay of the sightings around the US. So we are going to get our US map. Gosh, I should have looked this up. So SDF is this one, and then map. We're gonna do state. You have to set fill equal to true. Plot equal to false. Okay, why does? I guess I don't need the side anymore. Let's let this up a little bit. Okay. Let's run that. That should work. Could not find function map. Thought I ran map. Did I not? There's no package called map. Right, what? Do I need to install it? There's definitely a package called map. Oh, it's all caps, bruh. Bro, what the? What's going on? I don't think that's right though, guys. Oh, maps, bruh. Okay, maps date. That should work now. There we go. What a nightmare. I was getting gaslit to saying I don't have the map. Okay, so we got our map data now. So we got an empty plot. Now we gotta make a new variable called data points. This is going to be using the latitude and longitude data that we have. So data points. We are going to do the same function as SF. We have to say the data frame, and then chords equal to, I think, what were the, make sure I get the spelling right. I don't think it was a longitude, okay. The CRS. That should work. Okay. So now we got our points and we got our plot. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to do ggplot. And then, oh gosh, what's the, it's been a long time since I've done a, okay, this one. First, we're going to plot the map. Set the fill equal to white. For the color, let's do, just do like gray 50. Okay, and then what you have to do now is now that we got the plot, the US map, we have to lay the points over it. So GM SF data is equal to our data points. And then let's get some transparency in there. Let's do like 0.4. If you ever want to do transparency, you just have to adjust the alpha. And then color, let's do like steel blue. All right, let's do that. Let's actually add everything else. So let's do our labels. What should we title this plot? Where are the UFO sightings occurring? All right, so where are the UFO sightings occurring? That's basically all we need. We just need a title. And then let's go ahead and throw the minimal on there. All right, here we go. Let's open this up. I can play with this, right? Open a new window. There we go. All right. So this is looking pretty good. Actually, let's actually make this the dots a little bit bigger. I think I can do that by just doing size. Is 5 gonna be too? I don't know. Let's try that. Oh, that might be too big. No, too big. Oh, that's actually not bad. Okay. So it looks like there's a lot in like the New York, New Jersey area. Lots of clusters there. California seems like it's pretty densely populated with UFO sightings. And then also Florida as well. Florida looks like it's also getting a good amount of occurrences. I mean, that's honestly probably, if I were to guess, I mean, I haven't done actually any aggregations yet. I could do that after this to kind of get a better idea. I can do like top 5 states after this or something of, so yeah, I mean, this is a great plot to start with. So what my game plan is here is I'm gonna be using this to kind of create my plots and tables, and then we'll throw it into a Quarto document after this. So let me just go ahead and give this a comment. Let's do like US plot. Okay. Now let's add a table in here. I'm actually going to add another library in here. If y'all aren't familiar with this library, it's I don't know if I don't know what GT stands for. I just call it the GT package. It's like the ggplot for pretty tables. Essentially, you can make really nice looking plots or tables that convey the. It's if you're familiar with Cable, it's like a way better package than Cable. So okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to group by the state column. And we're gonna kind of use dplyr to our advantage here and kind of get an idea of what states are seeing the most UFO sightings. So I'm gonna take the data frame, and then we're going to group by state. Okay. summarize. And so this is taking the rows for each state, and then we're going to, let's just do like the top 5 states. So I'm going to arrange in descending order by total, and then we're going to slice the top of it. Okay, Florida was number 1. Pennsylvania. Okay, so that was the state that we were kind of seeing. Maybe I should probably adjust the size of the points so it's easier to tell. Let's try 4. Blah 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 blah. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So Pennsylvania, Florida. Well, what was the other one? I forgot already. Florida, California, and Texas. I guess that's not surprising, those being really densely populated states. You know what what I maybe could do? What was I gonna do? Okay, I know what I was gonna do. So I'm gonna take this, and then let's do as dot data frame, and then let's call this like state totals. Okay, we got our state totals. That's cool. And so now what I'm probably going to do is I'm gonna do an inner join. So I'm gonna do correlation data, inner join, data frame, and state totals. By let's do state. Okay, let's see what this looks. I'm kind of hoping. Okay, this works. This will totally work. And then so what we're going to do is we're then going to do correlation data is equal to correlation data, and then we're going to just select the total column and the population column. Oh, but this is by state, bro. Actually no, this might work. Okay. And then let's do core of correlation data. Okay, that wasn't what I was wanting to see. But you know, that's how data works. You don't get linear relationships. It could be because I didn't join on. I should do this by the city. That's what I'm thinking I should do, because it's not a state. It's probably gonna give me the same correlation though. Sorry, I'm not being clear right now. I'm thinking to myself. You know, I'm gonna do. I'm just, you know, y'all. I'm dabbling. I'm just dabbling right now. We're gonna group by city, and then we're gonna call this city totals. Okay, then correlation. We're gonna do another inner join. Data frame by city totals by city. Okay, now let's try. I could have just done it like this the entire time. And then Okay, that's interesting. So we have a solid, we have a pretty good correlation between city population and the number of sightings. And what we can do is we can do a ggplot of this kind of showing that positive trend. So let's go ahead and create our ggplot. We're using our city correlation data, and then we're going to do I think this is, I forgot if I'm not typing it from dplyr into ggplot, I forgot if I need quotations or not, because I usually just do, just to be safe. Sorry, y'all. I'm weird. We're going to do city correlation and then ggplot. X equals n, y equals population, geom point. Let's go ahead and set an alpha equal to 0.5, even though it's probably negative 0.5. What the heck? Color equal to steel blue, and then do I want a reg line? Nah, just because we're not doing a statistical analysis here. We don't need a regression line. We're just do the scatter. Let's do labels. Let's set the title equal to relationship between city population and UFO sightings. And we have to specify the X is equal. Oh, I forgot what UFO sightings. UFO sightings, and then we're going to set the y-axis to city population. Okay, let's go ahead and apply theme minimal. I don't know if I like this. And it's I think it's too granular. I think there's not enough cities that have a lot. Because, yeah, majority of them. Okay, what is that? That's like a million, right? 10 million? I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to think if this is something that I want to include. I don't think it's really that insightful. Maybe if I add that reg line, it would be more clear. What is it again? What was it called? No, what is it called, dude? You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna AP line. Oh, that's what it is. Let me just make sure. Density curve. Dot plot error bar branch function. His line jitter line range, point range, QQ line. No. Smooth. That's what it is, bruh. Method equal to, let's do an LM. Bruh. Forgot it. Okay, that helps. That definitely helps, I can already tell. I don't want standard error either. I hate that. We just need a line. We just need the line. Okay, there we go. All right. So we can see, as we can see, there is a nice steady upward trend and a potential outlier. If I really wanted to, I could see like what, actually, maybe what this outlier is. We'll probably be able to see that if we look and see. I think what I can do, what my game plan is, I got two plots already. So I have the US map one, and then I have the states and city, I mean the city and city sightings and city population scatter plot. And with each of those, I'm going to include a GT table showing the top 5 cities and states by UFO sightings to kind of see what we're seeing there. And then after that, I think I'm going to play around with the time of day, and I might even play with the sighting date also, kind of see what trend we're seeing uh, with the UFO sightings there. I'll probably have to convert the date column into a date. It probably got read in as a string, unfortunately. You know, I wish R was smart enough sometimes to. I feel like this is gonna be so long, y'all. I'm so sorry. I think I'll probably trim this down a little bit. Um, so what I'm going to do is I should have been labeling stuff. Let's do this. Let's take this and then wait, let's go ahead and call this city scatter so we know where to look for it. And then get what's it called? Row name column is equal to city. Okay. And then I forgot how we do this. Frick. Oh, bruh. N is equal to. All right, yay! That's working. Table header. Title is equal to most sightings by state. Then I think I do a subtitle. Okay, so what we're seeing is that very densely populated states are seeing the most UFO sightings. As we can see, like Florida, California, and Texas, those are very large states. So, yeah, that's what we see. I'm going to say larger, I'm going to add a subtitle saying larger states are associated with more UFO sightings. Okay, and then what we're going to do to make it look pretty, we are then going to do I forgot what it's called, op stylizer it is. And then it goes style, I like 6, color equal to blue. There we go. Nice little plot right there. So we're going to do state table. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this entire thing and we're going to make a city table. Change that to city. I gotta change this to city. And then by city. Let's go and just run it first and then, oh, I gotta change this to city. Kind of the same thing here. We're seeing some very populated cities here. Las Vegas, Chicago, and Phoenix. Tucson, that's in Florida, right? Let's look that up together. Arizona, interesting. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. I thought there was gonna be at least one state that showed up at the top that was from. So we got 2 states in Arizona. We got Chicago, Las Vegas, Austin. Okay. I guess we'll also say what should I make the subtitle as? I guess we'll kind of say like populated states, C are associated with more UFO sightings. Cool. All right. And now what we said we were going to do, I might have to reload in the data or let's actually do the time. I feel like the date one's kind of boring. It's like, what's the trend of you? Actually, no, I probably should do it. Let's see if it's getting read in as a date first. No, it's stringed. Okay. So what we're going to have to do, where's my, what we're going to have to do is mutate our data. What's the format of it? Month, day, year. Percent month slash percent day slash percent year. Okay. Oh, I have to assign it to. Try that. There we go. We got our date. Let's go ahead and do the time while we're at it. I might. And then also, let's go ahead and load our time libraries in. We're going to use looper date. And then we're going to use, it's just called HMS, meaning hour, minute, second. And that's kind of nice. It's kind of a good thing that this time one is separate, just so it's much easier to deal with. And so what I can do is I can render this as hour, minute, seconds, and we can pull the hour, and then we can kind of see like what hour of the day and what, we can even do what day of the week. That'll probably be something interesting we can do. We can see what time of day and what day of the week are the most sightings occurring at. So that's probably what we're going to do. I think I'm just going to include it all in this mutate. We're going to do time is equal to as time. Let's go ahead and do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull data. We're going to do a day of week and a time of day, just being the hour. Time of day is equal to the hour of time. And then let's go ahead and do the day of week. We can use this. What was it? Is it just date? Yeah. Let's go ahead and set label equal to true. That looks right. All right, let's make sure that this is being shown. Okay, we got time of day to military time, and then we got our labels for the day of week. So now, let's go ahead and do the day of week one first. Let's we're gonna group by our day of week, and then we're going to get the totals here. And then let's go ahead and arrange in descending order by the total that we just did. All right. So we got Friday and Saturday being the most sightings. So, and then the lowest amount being Mondays and Thursdays and Tuesdays. You know, the former, like most recent college grad of me is thinking, okay, this is really interesting. I'm brainstorming here, y'all. What if the sightings are associated with Friday nights and Saturday night people drinking, and they get drunk? Bro, okay, I'm doing a leap right now. I think this is very informative, though. We can make this into a plot. We're gonna do a day of week plot. We're just going to make this a bar plot here. Why does it keep doing that? We're going to do the day of week by, and then decreasing total. We're going to do this equal to total, fill equal to day of week. Okay. Steel blue. Set our labels equals sightings by day of week. All right. We don't need to label the X column. We'll just throw sightings count. Okay, let's go ahead and do theme minimal. All right. Oh, I didn't spell this right. Reorder. Oh, let's go and add labels on there too. That'll be nice. Label is equal to total. You have to adjust it to like, I think it's -0.5 to look good. There we go. That looks pretty good. This is just me being nitpicky. I'm gonna add some more spacing up here. Just I feel like it's really close to the title here. But as we can see, Saturday and Friday have um, the most amount of sightings by fairly good amount, I guess. I guess is not that significant, but I don't know. It's good. It's worth knowing, you know. Let me just add that breathing room, and then we'll call it quits on this plot. Um, expand equal to expansion. No, you do volt equal to the vector of 0 to, is that like 15%? There we go. Okay. All right. We got our day of the week plot. Now let's do an hour of the day one. I think because there's 24 hours in a day, I want to plot it. I might bin it. I don't know yet though. Let's first let's just do our aggregation here. Group by time of day. I think what I'm going to do, y'all, this is going to be a really long video. I'm going to be splitting it up into this part of the series of where I get my plots, and then I'm going to do another series where I'm throwing this into a Quarto document. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, so just letting y'all know now. I'm not almost done yet. That's why it's going to be like a 3-hour video if I do all this in one go. So we're going to group by time of day and summarize. Sort of rows here. And then let's go ahead and arrange in descending order by total. All right. So, I mean, I guess it's not surprising to see them all occurring at night. Their most common time is 7 o'clock. And then 21, 19, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, all late times of day. Midnight being good. The most uncommon times are like, I don't know. Let's go ahead and do one more aggregation here. Let's go ahead and group by the time of day. Oh no, by the day of week and then time of day. Or should I bin it first? Let's bin it first, y'all. Okay. So, and then we're gonna mutate. Okay, how should I bin it? Let's use a case win, I guess. That's fine. Case win. Wait, I gotta specify time of day. Okay, now we do our bins. Between. Oh wait, no, I'm doing this wrong. I'm being stupid. Between. Okay, now I specify the hours. So I guess we'll start off with like. It'll be easier if we just start off with 0 being midnight, like 12 a.m. to. Let's do 4 bins. We'll do 0 to 6. We'll do 7 to 12. And then 1 to, or 13 to 19, and then the rest. So that's 4 bins. So we're going to do 0 to 6. And then we'll label this 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then I should just copy and paste this. Let's do 7 to 12. This will be called 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. Let's just copy this. Okay, and then so this will become 13 through like what is that? What is that? 18. Wait, no, 19. Wait, no, 18. And then our last bin is going to be 19 through 23. And then we'll change this to 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Wait, no, yeah, 6 p.m. 7 p.m. Yeah, 11 p.m. Okay. All right, that should all work. Let's see if we got our new column. All right, we got it. Okay, we're going to double group by now. So we're going to group by day of week. And then we're going to group it by our bins that we made. And then we're going to do the same thing. And then drop the groups. And then let's arrange it by descending order. Sorry, my brain's getting tired. Okay, so majority of the observations are occurring Saturday night between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. And Friday night, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Wow, the top 10 are... That's interesting. Majority of them are occurring between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. That's cool. Yeah, oh, okay, we could do a stack. Let's do a stack column chart. I think that's a good way. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's a good way of, I feel like if I do a bar plot of day of week and then time of day, it's just gonna be redundant. It'll be more effective if I just combine them into a stack column chart. So I need another library for that. I mean, the only reason why I need this library is to sort it. So the way I do this is I do, and then as data frame, then we're gonna mutate. So we're gonna do day of week is equal to, I think it's reorder or something. There we go. We're gonna reorder day of week by the total. You have to set this to sum. And then I hope this works. And then ggplot. Day of week. Y total. And then our fill is equal to our bins. Okay. And then let's do a stacked. Let's just make sure it's working. Okay, perfect. Let's go. And I could make the colors look nice of these also, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. So, but this is looking good so far. I'm glad that my code worked. Let's go ahead and add our labels on there. For labels on a stack column chart, it's kind of tricky. So you have to do your label equal to the total, but then you have to do position equal to position stack 0.5. All right, we got our labels on there. That's cool. So as we can see, the most common occurrence of sightings are Saturday between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Almost majority of them are from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Being Saturday and Friday. Besides 7 p.m. 11 p.m., the second most common occurrence and time of day is 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. it looks like, followed by 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., and then lastly 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. The lowest occurrence in both groups being Mondays from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. That is the most uncommon time a UFO sighting has been seen. So that's pretty insightful. That's probably the biggest insight we've gotten so far. All right, so let's reflect here. We have gotten that geographically, we're seeing a lot of UFO sightings in Florida, California, and Texas, and also in the East Coast. We're seeing a lot, like in Pennsylvania and stuff. And then we looked at cities. We looked at the relationship between city population and sightings. We saw that there was a moderately strong correlation between city population and number of sightings. And then now we're looking at the time of day, and we're seeing that there is a common occurrence of UFO sightings being seen Saturday and Friday night. So that's pretty useful as well. And we could turn this to percent of total. So like if I were to want to copy this code right here and then mutate, we can make this a percent. The way you make this a percent is equal to let's round it first. So round, and then we are going to take total divided by the sum of total, and then times 100. Wait. No, wait, no, it's supposed to be right here. Let's oh no, percent, frick. Percent. Okay, so it's pretty spread out. This is not that insightful. 8.7% curve, Saturday, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. I mean, I guess it's not bad, but I don't want to do anything with that. That's not what I want. Let's finish making this plot. I'm getting sidetracked. UFO sightings by time and day. Okay, and then Actually, we're just gonna make that null. Also, and then I kind of also want to put the legend at the bottom, just so it makes more room later on. I don't know if I like that. I kind of liked it the way it was originally. No, it's actually not bad. Okay, so that's what we have so far. It's a pretty good looking plot. If I don't mean to say so myself, pretty proud of myself for coding that. Is this easier to do in a Tableau or something? 1,000,000 gajillion %. But I make it, the objective of this is to make a Quarto report all through R code. So could I also just paste in like images with plots I made via Tableau? Absolutely. It's also just easy, in my opinion. I'm not really too familiar with the calculated fields in Tableau. I think it's much easier to mess with it myself in R. I think data wrangling in R is much easier. But in terms of the overall visualization power and simplicity, Tableau is top tier. I think after this, I might just do I'm so tired. I'm just gonna do a year-over-year trend of my brain's fried right now. I'm gonna do a UFO sightings over time. Thank you. That's what I was gonna do. I can just like do monthly or something. Just take the month and then or year month or something. We'll see. We'll see what looks better. And then we'll do what day. I actually kind of want to see what day has the most sightings. So yeah, and I'm gonna do one more thing on this plot. Wait, no, scale color blue. Did I not do anything? Here we go. I like those colors. That's why I did that. Not much other reason. I could do manual colors, which I'll do that eventually to make it all match. I'm not gonna do it in this video because I'm gonna be up all night. I'm getting kind of tired. This is a very long video. So I'm just gonna really quickly throw 2 more plots together and then I'm gonna end the video. And then I might just go ahead and post this and share it. So yeah, let's go ahead and do our last 2 plots. I think we can just straight up do this. Um, oh my god. How do I do this? No. I have to aggregate it, bro. What the heck is that plot, dude? Do I just want to do the year, group it by the year? Also, there's almost no occurrences of sightings. It's just like one sighting. I'm just gonna filter it to where the year of the day is greater than like, so that's 20. We'll just do greater than freaking 2019. Bro, Yeah, we'll do that. So there we go. Okay. Can I do it like this, maybe? Do I have to freaking... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I also might do a weekly trend or... Actually, okay. We'll do monthly. No. Oh my goodness. Okay. I can barely type right now. Okay. We are going to do data frame and then mutate. Maybe if I plot it weekly, it'll be less grainier. So what I'm going to do is this floor day of date unit is equal to week. Week, I think it's week start, yeah. Start Monday, why not? And then we're going to group by the week. Group by week. And then same thing. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I'm just gonna do a year, dude. It's too granular. I'm not doing a time series analysis here. I'm not looking for year. Year of date, group by year, plot. Okay. Um, all right, there we go. Okay, that's pretty insightful. It looks like there's a... I mean, I'll make it look prettier later. That's 2022. There's a big spike in 2022. Pretty big. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do stuff with this. We can do some research and see why there's a lot in 2022. That's pretty crazy. There's a lot. Maybe people... Is that pandemic? No. It could have been pandemic. People are getting bored or something. So let's go ahead. And then let's add some... Actually, no, we're not gonna do points on it. Actually, no, let's do it. think it's negative. I guess that's fine. And then the minimal, and then we definitely need a lot more breathing room. Let's do like 20%. Yeah, there we go. Maybe even some. I forgot. Oh no, other way, other way, other way. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Add our labels to it. Yearly trend of UFO sightings. Okay. There we go, y'all. Wait. Okay, I was tripping. There we go. As we can see, we had 2016, 5, 2017, 2018 had 7, and then from 2020, we dropped, 2020, we dropped from 26 to 118. That's literally during the pandemic era. We can see a sharp jump. In the 2022, that was my freshman year of college. Bro, what? Why? Bro, UFO sightings increased 2022. I think next video when I'm actually building the report together, we'll do some research and get some more context of why we're seeing what we're seeing. Just do the research behind it because we don't have the business context. We're just creating the plots right now. Okay, I'm gonna do one more thing, y'all. I'm gonna do the most common days. This will be easy. And then group by I didn't even do anything with the shake. You know, we don't care. Summarize that, and then arrange total, and then top 5 days. I guess we'll do that. Okay, 2022, September 24th, had 24 sightings. So that day alone had more sightings than almost the entire year of 2020 and before that. That is pretty wild. That is insane. I wonder we could look into that also. What happened September 24 of 2022? What day of the week was that? Saturday at 11 p.m. People saw lights and they were drunk, and so they saw UFO sightings. All right, let's go ahead and make this a table. And then, date. we could have footnotes too. Equals top 5 days with the most sightings. All right. I'll stylize. We'll stick with the blue color. Here we go. All right. All right, y'all. Well, I think I'm going to call this video here. This is going to be part 1 of a series. What I'm probably going to do is I'm wrapping it up here. I will probably post this video tomorrow. I'll do some edits to trim it down a lot more. And then after that, I'll film up the rest of it where I actually generate the Quarto report. I put it all together with the table of contents and add some context to our analysis. And then I'll publish it to Posit Cloud for y'all to see. And so, yep, this was my first video of me building a project together. And like I said, it wasn't really me talking or anything. It was kind of me just doing the project. Y'all got to watch and see my workflow. But yeah, if I do other videos like how-tos, I'll be a lot more descriptive of what I'm actually doing. So if y'all didn't really understand the code that I was doing in this video, I can do more videos going how to use R or other things. And yeah, so I'm gonna cut it there, y'all. And yeah, and hopefully y'all enjoyed. Please subscribe to my new channel and like the video. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Take care.